and GM, everyone. Thank you so much. I will promise not to bore you. So if any of you saw me earlier on the main stage, I was yapping about RWAs with some of the biggest cool guys in the institutions and DEX protocols. So today, I'm going to talk to you today about why oracles are broken. I'm hoping this is going to work. Oh, that's me. Oh, that's a... Oh my God, it's right in front. Oh my, I'm so blind. So why oracles are broken. So what is an oracle? So blockchains can't get outside information, such as like, let's say, price feeds or let's say betting scores by themselves. So they rely on something called oracles that are essentially messengers. They provide information into the blockchain so you can make decisions. So for example, you make a bet. You need to make sure that the oracle information you get is correct and hasn't been corrupted to ensure that something goes correctly. And we are seeing a huge shift to on-chain finance. RWAs, tokenized assets, market makers, they're all wanting security and verifiability. Leaders such as Ondo Finance, Superstate, Centrifuge, and Securitize are the biggest players in the space that tokenize these assets. As well as there are chains such as Arc Network, Robinhood, and the Stripe chain will be launching purpose-built infrastructure for RWAs to be used on-chain in the future. RWAs are a $1 trillion industry. The entire market cap that we have crypto right now is what we want the RWA industry to be. Global equity market is 100 trillion. It is not really fathomable to us right now, as our industry is only 4 trillion. So this is the opportunity that we are targeting and we will be providing for the future of RWAs into the industry. In just a couple of years, we've gone from 180 million to 17 billion, and by 2030, we are predicted to be at 4 trillion. So there is so much growth ahead. We have grown so much in so little time. What do we have as a problem currently? The current traditional oracles in the space lack auditability. They have no crypto verification to prove where did this data come from, was it proven, and how can we ensure that the information is coming from the source that you can actually rely, and as well to prevent fat finger mistakes. We all saw Paxos print $300 trillion out of nowhere because someone accidentally pressed the button to mint the entire world's debt in one go. So, another issue is a verification layer to ensure that everything is provably correct and to ensure that these fat finger mistakes will never occur again. RWA protocols, which are the assets that provide tokenized bills, real-world gold, treasuries, etc., all have to create their own bespoke critical infrastructure. That creates labor-intensive rollout. So essentially, each protocol has to create bespoke infrastructure to actually see, is this price feed correct? Are the treasuries that they have backed by real assets? Is the NAV data secure and going to be reliable? This is why this matters, because RWA assets require real-time data. These are assets that are traded trillions of dollars across the world 24 hours a day. We need to ensure that the pricing is compliant. We need to ensure that they are not going to get corrupted in any possible way. And the issue that we have with current oracles today and a lot of the crypto infrastructure is that they were designed for crypto assets, not regulated assets. And they require a completely different design choice, and that also prevents these institutions to actually coming on-chain. We talk with some of the biggest treasury protocols in the space, and they are scared. What happens if my private keys get hacked? What happens if my data gets leaked? Well, there we go. This infrastructure that is today is not there for the trillions that need to come on-chain. And this is something that we will be solving with Canary and something that we have already solved partly today. So, the Canary solution, we offer interoperability, a pricing layer for true RWAs being on-chain and stablecoins. We ground ourselves in first principles where we use something called trusted execution environment. For those who don't know what trusted execution environment is, it's essentially like a black box where no one can see what is happening inside, only audited, approved code. So even if you try to inject your malicious messaging or something like that, that would not be possible. And the core structure that we also use is something called a DVN, a digital validation network, which is built on top of layer 0. It essentially moves assets from chain A to chain B. Layer 0 is the largest bridges protocol in the entire space that we have today, leveraging over $60 billion of assets. And something that we want to leverage to ensure that when you move your assets, are they actually moving from chain A to chain B in a secure and verifiable way? We also enable that to ensure that you, when you're an auditor with compliance, everything is directly posted on chain with this trusted execution black box. It reports everything that happens from the second it starts to the second it ends, which is through cryptographic attestations. Bam. So, Canary Nest, the first RWA oracle. Built for RWAs, it ensures faster rollouts. So all of these tokenization asset protocols, they don't need to spend months and months on building the critical infrastructure for data feeds pricing. They have that faster rollout. We have custom guardrails. Our custom guardrails are created through institutional partners. So for example, Wintermute will say assets in real world space, they move in basis points, not in 50% candles. So what does that mean? We all saw on Binance a few days ago that gold wicked to $4,000. Thousands of people got liquidated, millions lost. Our institutional guardrails are hard-coded to ensure the maximum amount of basis points that any real-world asset can move. So you are assured that you are secure and verifiably safe from any malicious attacks. So I'm talking way too fast. I realize I have so much more time. So this is also which comes through the risk adjusted through institutional curators. We are the first oracle to run inside this trusted execution environment for fully tamper-proof verifiability as well. So we assure you that the cryptographic attestations, which is the proof that is posted on chain, that the data came from your institutional partner, from the source to chain. We omit validators completely, which are essentially anonymous organizations that give you information for the sake of decentralization. And we all saw recently AWS going down and the entirety of crypto going down. So we're not necessarily fully decentralized as the entire space is. We also aggregate any source. So it ensures that we have the fairest and most decentralized pricing in the space as well. And to top that off, we offer the Canary DVN, bridging and pricing in one solution. The issue is bridging assets from chain A to chain B, as well as data feeds, is the wrong way to go around it. They should have always been treated as one issue. Bridges are aware of what messages they're sending from chain A to chain B, and oracles are globally aware. Why not have everything in one go together to ensure that you have the smoothest transition of assets, as well as the most secure, verifiable pricing in the space? So here's how Canary compares to other current oracles that we have in the space. It shows you that we are taking that approach for verifiability and the institutional first approach. So crypto assets originally oracles were designed for crypto assets. We are focusing on real world assets. So they require all of these essential integrations to ensure that the RWAs are committed to chain and safely approved. So who cares about Canary? We have already secured over $20 billion of $20 billion of assets, which means that if Canary were to go bust, these assets would be stuck. We have some of the biggest names in the entire space trusting our technology stack, as well as we have over $1 billion of transferred assets across chains, showcasing that our technology is the best in the space that we have today. Bam. It's no longer about being the best bridge or the best price feed. We need to build the rails for Wall Street to be on chain. Seamless tokenization from any chain, any jurisdiction, verifiable pricing, settlement, and compliance. And that is the key issue. We need to ensure that we are compliant. Regulators and institutions won't move forward if we don't have the capability for them to prove what they have, when they have it, when they send it. And it lets protocols to build on the necessary things that they need. They need user acquisition. They need the prices that are the best and most secure for their users. People don't want to lose billions of dollars because someone sent you a price feed that's not verifiable because someone's like, I'm gonna play the game, hack it. No, it's not about that anymore. It's about ensuring verifiability and guardrails. Bam. Canary is backed by some of the biggest players in the space, and I really hope that you follow our journey together, because we're not here for just any random sake. We're here to build the future of Wall Street to finance. I'm also happy to announce that Canary is also part of two accelerators, two of the best accelerators in the world. Ascend, which is the RWA-focused accelerator, and I'd also like to announce today that our team right now are talking, oh my God, way too fast. Apologies. So I'm happy to announce to everyone that's here, you're very lucky, I appreciate you being here, that Canary is right now doing its showcase demoing to some of the biggest VCs and funds in the space right now through the Wintermute Accelerator over the last 3 months that we have been building. So this is Stash, me, the head Degen at Canary Protocol, and I really hope you enjoyed my talk. We're building the future. We have an amazing team, and I wish I could show you everything better, and I'll have an amazing talk another time. I hope you all attend, but we are the future. This is Canary. I would love you to join us. This is my Telegram. This is our X, and everyone who's here, I would love to give you my special POAPs, and I'm launching something beautiful in this space because I used to be that kid who never had anything, always tried too hard. I felt like really didn't belong anywhere. And crypto allowed me to belong. And something that I am really passionate about is bringing the education. So I will be working with Wintermute, Ascend, and all of these protocols and launch the Canary Ambassador Program. It is going to be a fully educational, research-driven program to anyone that wants to be better in this space, right? Like, I'm going to be bringing you the opportunity to meet some of the greatest minds in the space through this program. And I want to share what I wish I had to all of you. And I know it's the end of the day, I'm gonna stop yapping, but thank you so much. I hope you learned something. I really appreciate it.